Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Who is your guy?
Impromptu and emergency kind of meeting, members of our team. To my immediate right, also
was sequel to the Supreme Court judgment that was given on Friday, the 4th of April 2025. This judgment, which INEC is a party to as a plaintiff, and the major plaintiffs being the chairman of the Caretaker Committee, National Caretaker Committee, and the secretary. And of course, there was a cross appeal by the erstwhile chairman of Labour Party, Barrister Julius Abure. That judgment was to the effect that all the pronouncements of the lower courts, from the Federal High Court to the Court of Appeal, affirming Barrister Julius Abure as the chairman of Labour Party has been nullified, and that the party internal matters are not justiciable, that it is the leadership of the party that selects its leadership and those who will run the affairs of the party. You will recall that sometime last year, INEC had de-recognized the Abure-led National Working Committee. Sequel to that, the then National Working Committee proceeded to the Federal High Court and got a judgment that seemed to have reinstated them. But before they went to the court, the leadership of the party had met on the 4th of September 2024 in Umuahia. We are recognizing the position because we had engagements and interface with INEC. We recognize the position that INEC was making, and we also had internal meetings where we found that INEC was correct in its position that the National Working Committee of the party, their tenure had elapsed by the 8th of June 2024. Several party leaders, virtually everybody here sat down in Umuahia, and we felt that we should put in place an interim management, the National Caretaker Committee, to temporarily pilot the affairs of the party, go through the ward, local government and state congresses, the zonal congresses that would lead to the emergence of delegates that would eventually conduct the national convention. Shortly after that meeting, the court process started. As responsible citizens, we decided to wait out the court process. We didn't think it was appropriate for us to take the laws into our hands. And that is why the National Caretaker Committee ceased to carry out its functions. Now that the process is complete, and the Supreme Court judgment has been delivered, we met as a body and decided to get back the National Working Committee to work. And we thought that the first institution to be told after Labour Party is INEC, and that's why we're here. We're also here with a certified true copy of the court judgment. I'm sure you may have followed some of the noise in our party in the last few days, trying to muddle up issues and confuse the pronouncement of the court. The 48-page certified true copy is here, and I will leave it with you. I also believe that you will be served in due course if you have not been served. Being an option of the same judgment of the court is hereby dismissed. Before I am done, may I admonish political parties and their members to endeavor to always allow their constitutions, rules, regulations, and guidelines to guide them in choosing their officers as well as candidates. That way, incident internal risks, which always find their way to court, should be reduced. If the constitution of a political party has prescribed duration for tenure of office of an officer, such as this one, some officers should be humble enough to leave at the expiration of the term. In the final analysis, I find it appear to be meritorious and is hereby allowed. Party shall bear their respective course. Appeal allowed. And this is signed by Honorable Judge. The National Caretaker Committee to proceed with the arrangement of all the congresses leading to the National Convention so that the party will begin to run once more as a registered political party. It's instructed to note that in your website you have Barrister Julius Saburi as the chairman of the party, but you do have a blog there that says Koroda. Since there is a Koroda, we call you to remove his name and replace with distinguished Senator Esther Minati Osman as president. Let me thank you once again for this opportunity and for listening to us.
Even by officials of the party, we never stood by your resolutions. And so I believe that's one of the reasons why we are where we are today. I will use this occasion to remind all of us that our constitution is supreme, and the constitution of the party should be obeyed at all times. It should also guide our actions and whatever we do at all times. INEC is known to obey court judgments. We have always obeyed court judgments, and that is how the rule of law should be. And I'm happy that you actually acknowledge that on our website we acknowledge the fact that the presence of the chairman of the Labour Party was by court order. Before I proceed, kindly allow me to explain that the chairman of the commission is not here. He's away on official duty. And as soon as we leave here, we will communicate with him. On our part, we have actually been struggling to get a copy, a CTC of the copy of the judgment that was delivered by the Supreme Court, which is what will guide our next line of action. And as soon as possible, we will meet. We have a copy here, but I'm sure our legal representatives are the Supreme Court trying to get a CTC, which we will use. We will meet and take decisions on this matter. We will also communicate to the chairman the development that has taken place today. I will also want to use this occasion to reassure you that INEC will always be transparent. I thank you for your visit, and I assure you that you will hear from us in due course. Thank you.
Thank you, National Commissioners.
Labour Party, with regards to the leadership, which has now been concluded by the highest court of the land.
Up to now,
there's no such concern after Supreme Court. You don't bring in fashion. There's no fashion, Labour Party is now one. There's no fashion, Labour Party, bring order, say it, and I want the press to help in building this democracy by accepting the verdict of Supreme Court. Thank you.
Sir.
When the Supreme Court has said that, I given to this Federal High Court and the Court of Appeal, rightful chairman. And I being obedient to the court, started recognizing him as well. Even after INEC had just determined stakeholders, all of us came here. I was thinking of you know, the party can only function recognized by each member. You are claiming that you are chairman of the Labour Party, and the party is not divided. You don't no longer chairman. That's what Supreme Court emphasized. That we take the policies as a determinant, not the court. So he's hanging on to the court, and the court removed itself from him. So there seems to be because if it comes to meeting, you will see this kind of operation. So I will advise you as the former senior party administrator, because I advised them when this thing was breaking out to do the right thing, to do the right thing. I advised them to do world congresses, local government congresses, state congresses, the national convention. Any of these, up to today, they purportedly organize a convention